Hi, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Liv.
And this is Elaine. And we are here at the Santa Monica Pier to kick off Route Zero, which starts today and goes all the way across the U.S.
So let's go. The event doesn't start yet, but we got here early. We are actually charging up here. We have a charge point, a bunch of Clipper Creeks. Elaine is here in her sweet Tesla. We are actually members of the Electric Vehicle Association, of which Elaine is president. What can you tell us about the EVA and your involvement in this awesome relay?
Well, first of all, we're so glad you guys are members. It's a great organization, and EVA is really proud to be here to help kick off Route Zero. It's going to be an amazing event to help outline EV infrastructure across the nation, EV investments in the need for strong air standards, strong emission standards on vehicles.
Yay.
That's awesome. And it starts today and it's going to end up in DC to present this to the headquarters at EPA?
Yes, sometime in late June.
Yes, so there's going to be events all throughout the U.S. A part of it is going through the old Route 66, hence leaving from Santa Monica Pier, the start of Route 66. So it's exciting. We're excited to see the kickoff, and we're gonna show you what's happening today here.
And this whole event is going to feature multiple different vehicles. There are going to be multiple different stops. We'll put details down below, so if you want to catch one of those stops, you can do so. We're on Santa Monica Pier right now. It's amazing. Are you in pier mode though?
Off-road mode.
Off-road mode. I guess that'll be okay. How you guys feeling back there?
Woo,
Everyone's filming.
Everybody's filming.
Hey, there's an ocean. We can actually see it. It is being blocked by a truck. Hold please. It is coming into view right now. No, it's still pretty gray, but it's pretty awesome, and we're driving on a pier, so that's amazing. Yay!
Hey.
Oh my god.
They bring fire trucks in here.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever watched Baywatch?
No, actually.
Yesterday is when I learned that lifeguards for the state parks have full law enforcement
Oh, that's
throughout
right.
the entire state.
So that was for real?
Yeah.
The person got pulled over?
Same as
By
park
the
rangers.
film crew.
Yeah,
Now we're in the right
66
spot.
Route Zero.
Yay.
Lifeguards?
This is so cool. How cool is this? Wow, has this ever happened before? How cool is this? Can you swim, Rivian? This is beautiful. And then there's the lightning. So they're having two epic trucks kick off the Route Zero relay. They're actually not in the relay. The relay is actually being kicked off by Jess Phoenix, who's going to be driving a Mach-E. Looks really sweet. It's got white stripes. I can't wait to see it in person. But this is just so cool, having two of pretty much the most epic electric trucks kicking this off. And they're trying to figure out where to put everything. So it's going to look amazing pretty soon, I'm sure. What an incredible location.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to say hi?
Hey, crap, no.
Do you see that?
Oh, yeah.
There's a whole bunch of dolphins out here. Yay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. How amazing is this? There are literally dolphins. Tons of dolphins. I keep moving around because they're all over. And right there. And they're right below the Rivian getting parked on the pier and the lightning. It's so cool. Oh, and there's a ton more, literally behind them.
Do you see them right here?
How cool is that? Yeah. There they are behind the sign. Can you see that? Oh my gosh. They're right under the sign right now. It's so cool. All right, so this is Dennis Griff, and his Lightning. And he's gonna line up over here with the Rivian, somehow nimbly get himself in position. We'll see how that goes. Isn't this a beautiful color? So that is that antimatter blue? Or is antimatter the darker one?
I think it's the same blue Eric has.
It's really beautiful. It's such a bright blue compared to the deep tones. So Patrick was just telling me that this is actually Atlas blue, not antimatter.
Antimatter is black.
Antimatter sounds like a black name. Like antimatter is dark.
Yeah, it's almost black. It's almost black.
This is so fun. I can't believe we're on the pier right now. How many thousands of pounds is in front of us on the pier right now? Is that like 14,000 pounds?
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty much. It's crazy.
Right.
Feels pretty stable. All right, they are set up in a cool spot, and then the speakers are going to be over there. There's some really cool speakers, like leaders in the clean energy realm, and advocates, and actors, and activists, all sorts of cool stuff. Everyone's getting ready. They got a cool film crew with amazing cameras. This is an iPhone. This is so cool. This is so cool. That's Ed Begley Jr. behind me. Long time EV advocate, environmentalist, just super cool dude. And he's going to be speaking here. They have the podium right behind him. There are a bunch of other speakers too from all sorts of organizations. I'm just so excited. How cool is this? It's so fun to see all of this rally, this fun around EVs and around showing what you can do with them. So the whole event, the actual relay is going to take like 2 months. Obviously not because it takes 2 months, but because multiple people are going to be doing the drive, like the relay. So it's like they'll drive to one place and then the next person will take over in a week or two, and they'll have press events. It's going to be so fun. But today we're kicking it off and we get treated to speakers like Ed Begley Jr. So cool. Ooh, and you still can't see the water. By the way, I lost my voice. I'm totally fine. I don't know what happened. It's just gone. If you find it, let me know.
Speakers, please hang out where you are now. Media, please check in with me here at the front. And just to media and attendees.
So I am Jess Phoenix. I'm a geologist and the science ambassador for the Union of Concerned Scientists. And I'm really excited that we're all here today because we are at the end of Route 66, the historic and iconic place that it ends, and that is the Santa Monica Pier. I'm really excited because today we are doing the Route Zero relay, and I get to drive the first leg of it from here to Flagstaff, so I'm like extra thrilled right now. And I am a scientist, and that's why these advancements in clean vehicle technology are so exciting to me. And I know that we're on the right path to fully electrifying our country's vehicles for the future. I hope we get to zero emissions, and I think we can do it. And that's why we're calling this relay Route Zero. It's because we want to have zero emissions. And as of late, we've had a lot of scientific advancements in the technology in terms of battery storage and the way cars are manufactured. And there's been really essential pieces of legislation that have been passed to really push this effort forward. So in California specifically, the Air Resource Board and the City of LA, they have really taken a lead in passing measures that will help this process and promote electric vehicles. So, for example, the California Air Resources Board, they approved $2.6 billion in investments to basically support a really wide range of electric vehicles. And then on the federal side, the Inflation Reduction Act, which happened last year, that included tax incentives for electric vehicles. And then, of course, we had a bipartisan effort, which is so rare these days, but really needed. We passed the infrastructure law, and that provided billions of dollars for creating a national EV charging network. Just the other week, the EPA announced new, strong clean air standards, and that's going to hopefully result in an estimated 67% of all new car and light-duty truck sales being EVs by the year 2032. So we need the EPA to finish the job, and that's one of the main reasons we're doing this relay. There are so many initiatives in process, but the EPA is holding virtual hearings for the public for clean car standards, and that's going to be on May 9th and 10th. So we encourage people, the public, you, to please register by May 2nd to give your testimony during these hearings. So to register, all you have to do is send an email to epa-ld-hearings@epa.gov. That's epa-ld-hearings@epa.gov. Go there, register, make your voice heard. So the public comment period is opening soon. So the Route Zero Relay is going to encourage people all over the country to submit comments, and we're going to deliver these comments to Washington, D.C. at the end of the comment period. So these boxes right here by my podium, those are props to represent the public comments that we're going to be collecting as we do this journey across the country. So please, please, please make your voices heard, because we need the EPA to pass these clean car standards. Right now, I am honored to introduce Santa Monica City Council member Phil Brock.
We're at the end of Route 66 in Santa Monica, a fabled place, a fabled road, and it's a great place to start the Route Zero Relay as well. This effort is an effort to draw attention to the fact that we need to end the danger to our children, the danger to our grandchildren, the danger to the children that come afterward. It starts with each of us. It starts one at a time. Find a way to green your street, to green your house, to green your neighborhood, to reduce pollution, because protecting our planet is not just for us. It's for the future. It's for the next generations. Ed Begley has done his part for generations. I mean, you said you came across America in a car. You don't fly when you don't have to, and you try and reduce your carbon footprint. Ed is an outstanding example of a citizen who helps green his street, his neighborhoods, the nation. I want to introduce you to Ed Begley Jr.
I've been driving an electric car since 1970. You heard that right, 1970. I'll explain what I mean in a minute. But electric cars were not new back in 1970. Henry Ford's wife preferred her Baker Electric to his noisy contraption, so they've been around a while. 1970, I bought an electric car. It was a Taylor Dunn. They still make electric cars to this day, or more accurately, I should say, electric carts with a T, a K at the beginning and a T at the end. They're like golf carts with a windshield wiper and a horn. So that's what I was driving back in 1970. I lived as I live now in the San Fernando Valley. So, you know, it was just for around there. Going over the Cahuenga Pass was a bit of a challenge. So I still drive them to this day, and I have a tremendous amount of nostalgia for Route 66, because my dad was not a movie star. Ed Begley Sr. was a wonderful Academy Award-winning actor, but he was a movie star in the 50s and very early 60s. Mostly movie stars or wealthy people flew cross country. We drove, and we took Route 66. So, and quite recently I took it a lot. I did a show called Better Call Saul for a while, a wonderful show, Better Call Saul. And rather than burn kerosene at 31,000 feet to get to Albuquerque, I would drive there. The past few years of Better Call Saul, I've been there 30 times easy. I've driven to Reston, Virginia, in my electric car. I've driven to Texas and back. I've driven to, where else? Knoxville, Tennessee for a job. So it's very practical, because I'm very fortunate to have a wonderful electric car that has a charging infrastructure across the nation. We need to have that not just for my wonderful car, but for all cars. All the electric cars need to have the ones that are capable of fast charging. There needs to be charging infrastructure for them all. And that's where we're looking to EPA to help us with that and make sure that these green measures are enacted and we have the right amount of funding for charging infrastructure and all that goes with it. You know, I happen to know for a fact that you cannot make gasoline on the roof of your house. This is a fact I hope we'll all accept. You can make electrons on the roof of your house, though. You can turn photons into electrons. Even in a cloudy day like this, you'll make power, not as much as a sunny day, but I live in the valley, so a lot of days a year I get full sun and I run my house and charge my car. This is what's possible, not in the future. It's happening now, and I'm just proud to be here, you know, with this wonderful group of people, Alex and everybody, to put this together. And it's my great pleasure now to introduce Susana Reyes. She's with the Board of Public Works.
Our communities deserve clean air and access to cleaner cars. We are gathering at the end point of historic Route 66 because we are now on a path to zero emission transportation future in our country. As public health, well-being, and productivity suffer, air pollution can also reinforce socio-economic inequities. The battle is a moral imperative, an environmental emergency, and an economic opportunity. So, who wants to go on a road trip, right? I'm proud to join Route Zero on its journey. Route Zero is a good example, a great example of how industry, government, and civil society collaboration can lead to innovative and sustainable solutions. When all said and done, all roads lead to the same end. So it's not so much which road you take as how you take it to Route Zero. Thank you so much. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Chanel Parson, the Director of Electrification for Southern California Edison.
I have always been passionate about our clean energy future, and I will say this is especially more so now that I am a new mom. The transportation sector is currently the leading domestic source of carbon pollution driving climate change. By making cars cleaner, we can dramatically cut the pollution that's negatively impacting the health of everyone, including our children, as well as reduce the carbon pollution driving climate change, avert the most catastrophic health impacts of the climate crisis, and address long-standing environmental injustice. The EPA proposed to extend tailpipe emission limits beginning in 2027. This will accelerate the production and sale of electric vehicles, and we encourage such clean car standards. There are nearly 3.4 million EVs in the United States today, and about 1.5 million of them are registered right here in California. That is a good start, but we have so much more to do. As we extend and modernize our electric grid to support electrification, we seek to work with federal, state, and local governments, as well as other key partners that include automakers, utilities, equipment manufacturers, local agencies, and community-based organizations to help accelerate EV adoption. I invite you to join us on our journey to zero-emission transportation. And with that, I would love to introduce Jacqueline Badejo, who is an environmental justice advocate, clean tech global supplier, and president of LA Mayor Climate Emergency Mobilization Commission.
I'm living proof of the great impacts of the workforce development component that is very critical to this movement. As I graduated from Lacey from the All Women's EVSE and project management program that they have, which is very effective, and also came an opportunity to mentor middle school age young ladies who are interested in the field. And for their demo day, they have prototypes of electric school buses. You know, these young people, they are the future. And so all of these investments that we make today, it is for them.
Thanks to all of the speakers, and they're letting me off the leash for a minute here, so I can give you a little bit of my personal connection to these clean vehicles and why it matters. My work on volcanoes, that's what I do within geology. I'm a volcanologist. As part of that, I've been to 6 continents. I've worked literally all over the world on glaciers, on volcanoes, in deserts, in rainforests, and I can tell you that what we do here in the United States has global impacts. We, as a society, need to understand that we do matter in this. This isn't just government or big industry. This is you and me. And I tell you that because all of us have control over 40% of our carbon footprint. 40%! That is a very significant number. So that means that the choices we make in what we drive, how we ship our goods, the kind of emissions that we're going to allow into our environment, that matters. We can change things. This is not hopeless. You're not at the whim of some giant corporation or faceless government entity. This involves every single one of us. So please think about that. Think about that 40%. Think about the choices that you make that are going to impact the world we hand off to our children and our grandchildren. The planet is incredible. There are untold adventures to be had in our relationship with nature and with each other. So by making this decision to help push for Route Zero, zero emission vehicles, zero tailpipe emissions in our country, that is something we can accomplish in our lifetimes if we only put our minds and our hearts and our economic choices to work.
Yeah. Great crew. That was super cool. Still pretty gray. We're all moving down. There's going to be an EV meetup in the parking lot further down the pier. So it's hard to walk away from that cool setup, but that was really fun and cool seeing so many awesome speakers and advocates doing cool stuff for EVs and for zero emissions and climate change and good things. This is Jess Phoenix. She is starting the drive, the relay, right here in the sweet Mach-E. Why did you pick a Mach-E?
So I'm a horse lover, and I can't lie and say that it wasn't because that's the Ford Mustang. I love it, horses, but also, I mean, it's an American classic, just like Route 66 is. So what better way to start this off than something that is as American as apple pie?
I love that. That is so awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so now after all of the hoopla, Jess is going to drive the first leg on this Route Zero thing, and you're headed toward?
Flagstaff, Arizona.
Yes, which is in one of our recent vlogs that we haven't edited yet, but it's a beautiful drive from here to there.
Oh, it's absolutely stunning. As a geologist, it's basically my playground.
Awesome. Now, she was just telling me earlier, this is not her Mach-E, she's rented it. Are you looking forward to driving this?
Oh my God, yes. I mean, talk about like pure American horsepower.
Yes.
And this is the new era for that. And we're going on the Great American Road Trip. Couldn't be any better.
That sounds awesome. So we're envious. Like, I want to go back on the road with you, but anyways, I love the look of this one. I know it's not yours, but what do you guys think of the white stripes? Should we add that to ours or keep it blue?
Do it.
All right. Good luck. If you have any questions, you know how to contact us.
All right. Thanks so much. Getting ready, about to go.
Yay!
All right, going to Flagstaff from here, and then I'm going to hand off the baton, the invisible baton, the boxes, to basically our next driver, and then they're just going to keep going all the way to DC. Yay! All right, well, oh, it won't shut. Hey everyone, it's time.
Send it.
Yeah. Hey everybody, it's time. Oh, cool. You guys out visiting? Yeah.
It's so sweet. So Jess has to pull around and go again because there was a guy screaming, but this family stopped her in the road and they're psyched about the Mach-E, so their kid's taking a photo. It's just really sweet and cool, and EVs are awesome.
How was Flagstaff?
Oh, it was amazing. Hey, hey, it's time.
Yay! Send it.
Yes. All right. We're going to take these comments all the way to DC, but first I got to get to Flagstaff. So we'll hand off the e-baton to the next driver and get Route Zero underway. Yay! Thanks for the cheers, guys. Bye. Drive safe. The reason that they really were excited.
Hello,
about
Alex.
this one is because
That was the back seat.
Polestar and Rivian.
Spacious, right? How tall are
They
you?
didn't want me to get a Tesla, and I was
6
like,
foot.
that. Like my friend has
That does
one.
look pretty
Build quality
spacious.
is not the best.
Nice.
So I'm like, I'm cool. I like
headspace.
Yeah. You look like you're in danger or what?
And there she goes. It has begun. That's it. She's begun. It's all begun. There's Hollick. It's very excited. We have this whole sweet row of EVs, and you see that family there? That's the family that was looking at Jess's car. That kid is losing his mind because he's got so many EVs to look at. It's so cool and it's so sweet, and everyone here is getting to show him their EVs. This is the new generation. They're not, I know it's controversial, but they're not going to drive gas. That kid's probably not going to drive gas. Certainly not if he lives in California. And here's this array of cool EVs that he's into. Who knows what's going to be around when he's driving. It's going to be amazing. It's really cool to see that enthusiasm. We should go.
It's next to us.
Oh my gosh. Jess is next to us. That's so crazy. We were not following her or anything. That's so bonkers. How cool is that? As you can tell, we left the event and we did not intend to do this, but that was Jess next to us starting her drive. How cool is that?
Yeah, they did some more photos, and then we got something to eat, and we coincided with her departing LA.
We're actually stuck. Yeah, it's stuck in traffic. Can you tell how trafficy? It's very trafficy.
You can tell I'm not moving fast.
Yeah. We're going clear across the city to my prosthetist, and so cool that we got to see Jess start her ride to Flagstaff.
This has been a fantastic morning. It was really fun to be out on the pier to see the kickoff of this important event. I really hope that you guys will send your comments into the EPA, contact them. We'll put links down below. I believe there's a website in addition to the email address that was mentioned a couple of times. We'll pop it up here maybe. But yeah, this is the time to make your voice heard for better gas mileage standards for gas cars, but to help EVs, we need more incentives. We need more charging infrastructure. We need to also include communities that will get forgotten in many instances. So, push for all of those important things. This is the beginning of a revolution. There's a lot of great stuff coming out. It's all going to go to waste if we can't get everybody on board, which means talking to your friends and neighbors. It's all going to go to waste if we can't get EV infrastructure throughout the U.S. and make it plentiful. And it's all going to go to waste if we leave behind certain communities. So get involved, get your comments out there, and if this thing is still going on, maybe go out to one of the events across the U.S.
Yeah.
So Liv's not going to talk.
Nope.
It's been a long day of talking. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to our subscribers. We may have picked something up. Hopefully. We'll see if we can get it mailed off to the
for unbridled patrons.
Unbridled and engaged. Shh, don't talk. Oh. And then now she can't talk. So I get to thank you guys and say the punchline, or what is it? No, you can't say tagline. And then say, you drive whatever you like because it's really cool. And
bye.